over. I'm in the garden of prayer like my God, and people's car. Exodus. I'm going to be running with speed. Exodus chapter 3. I think people's car running. Verse 1. This one.
Now Moses kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law,
Yes.
the priest of Midian, and they led the flock to the backside of the desert,
Yes.
and came to the mountain of God, even to Horeb. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of the bush. And he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed.
Yes.
And Moses said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush is not burnt. And when the Lord saw that he turned aside to see, God called unto him out of the midst of the bush and said, Moses, Moses. And he said, Here am I. And he said,
Stop here. Yes. And the Bible says, and there was a man called Moses. And Moses, after he ran away from Egypt, he came to a land and he met a man called the prince of Midian. And the man employed him to keep his flock. So Moses engaged in the business. He was keeping the flock of the man called Jethro, the prince of Midian. And one day, as Moses was keeping the flock, the Bible says he carried the flock for grazing. You know what they call grazing? These Fulani people you see, what they do is called grazing. They take animals to grass, green grass, so the animal can feed on the grass. So Moses went to the back side of the desert, not the desert, but the other side of the desert. And when he got there, he took the animals there for them to feed. So what took Moses to the back side of the desert was business. Everyone say business. He went there for what? For business. Moses did not have intention of encountering God. Moses did not go there so that he can meet with God. He went for business. And as he carried the flock there to feed, the Bible says he didn't know that where he went to feed the flock is called the mountain of the Lord. It's a place that any man that is ordinary, if you enter there, you cannot live there remaining ordinary, except you want to become ordinary. It's a place where if you step into that place, there must be a change in your life. A man called Saul in the Bible, King Saul, when he went into that place called the mountain of the Lord, that was being overseen by the prophet called Samuel. When he came inside, the spirit of prophecy came upon him. He was an ordinary man. He was a nobody. But when he came into the mountain of the Lord, he didn't come there to prophesy. He came for something else. But because he entered into an arena, he entered into a territory that is governed by heaven. And the spirit of prophecy came upon him. And he began to prophesy. He prophesied from morning till night. And the people that were around, they have to ask a question. He saw also among the prophets because they know him. They know his father. They know where he came from. So they say, I saw become a prophet. How come? When did he become a prophet? Because he is not a prophet. He was not a prophet. But he came into the companies of men that carries heaven with them. He came into the company of people that anywhere they are there, they are the temple of Jehovah. Because the Bible says he are the temple of God. But many people, many Christians, they are not actually the temple. Because when you look at their life, the Holy Ghost is supposed to be dwelling in them. Instead of Holy Ghost to dwell in them, they are not carrying the Holy Ghost. Rather, they are carrying a plan. Rather, they are carrying problem. They carry many things that is not the Holy Ghost. And they were expected to be the temple. As a temple of God, anywhere you appear, heaven has come into that place. Heaven has come. I told them to be Bible study last Tuesday. I want to pursue God to the extent that if I enter into a place, all the witchcraft in that place, we know that somebody God don't know what you think has come into that. That is my own desire. Because I want to be a full temple of Jehovah that will carry heaven. Everywhere I go, heaven is following me. That's what and so when Saul came here, he began to prophesy. That is not where I'm going. And the Bible says, and Moses, he went with his law. Instead of to do business, God encountered him and used his life for kingdom business. Instead of him to graze his animals, God encountered him. He didn't go there for encounter, but he met encounter because the hand of God has been upon his life right from time. There are many of you, the hand of God is upon your life, but you are running away from God. This time is the time to surrender. It's the time to give up. And you see, and the Bible says, and the angel of the Lord came. When they saw, it was an arrangement by heaven. When they saw that he came to the backside of the desert, they planned everything without his notice. Because in 2022, as we prepare to go, it's a planned program by heaven. In case you don't know, heaven has planned it. They have arranged it. They know the time that you will have an encounter with them. If you miss that time, you are missing. For as long as it can take you, they have programmed it. You see that Moses was not the one that planned it. He did not even know that that place is the house of God, the mountain of God. He only went for business. Just like many of you say, it's our usual thing. 2022 last year came, this year will go, next year will go. It's a normal thing to you. But to you it's normal. To God, it is not normal. Because every time God plans strategy, God plans things. So for this year, He has planned it that He knows the time you are going to have an encounter with Him. If you miss that time of encounter, it means you not know your days of visitation. And Moses came into that place, and God, the angel came and set fire. And you see, one wonder, they used wonder to attract Moses. The bush was consuming, but it was not burning. The grass was supposed to burn down, but it didn't burn down. And Moses, when he saw it, he said, all my life, I have been on this side. I've never seen where you set fire on the grass and the bush is not burning. I must get closer and see what this thing is all about. And when Moses came closer, the Bible says, and he turned aside. That is my topic for you this morning. It is time to turn aside. As he turned aside, the Bible says, when the angel saw that he has turned aside, now God called Moses from heaven. Now, notice, can we read that place quickly? I must read.
And when the Lord saw that,
oh no, the person that set the bush on fire was who? Was an angel. But the person that was going to speak to him was not an angel. It was the Almighty God Himself. An angel can lead you into an encounter, but the person you want to encounter is not an angel. It is the Almighty God Himself. And so, when Saul was on his way to Damascus, it was not angel that met him, it was Jesus that met him on his way. And you see, and Moses, angel set it on the bush of fire, and when he turned, that is the topic I'm speaking of, and he turned aside. It is time for you to turn. You have been facing one way all the time. It is time to turn. Because when you turn, you must see what God wants you to see. The reason you are not seeing what God wants you to see is because you have decided to be looking one way. It is time to turn aside. And when the Lord saw that he turned aside, what happened?
God called us out of the midst of
Hold on. God was waiting for him to turn aside. If Moses decided to turn aside and he walked away, that is how he will miss that encounter. And this great man of God called Moses, who will never have read about him in the Bible. Nobody will ever talk about him. There are many things God is waiting for us to do. If you don't take that responsibility to do it, your lineage will die off. Your name will not exist. Your name, it will wipe off. In the small location where you are, there are things God is waiting for you. There are some, all God is waiting for is for you to make up your mind and call. He has placed something behind you. He is waiting. When will this girl turn to see? When will this boy turn to see? When will this man turn to see? When will this woman turn to see? He has been looking forward for too long. And we just turn and see. And when Moses decides to to turn. And God saw that he turned. So they were waiting. He would have stand there and been looking at the bush, looking at the bush, looking at the bush. God will not say anything. Because God is a God of order and principle. The principle has been set inside of that agenda. And they are waiting for him to turn. If he didn't turn, that would have been the end. He would never have had an encounter with God. For you, that turn that God is expecting you to turn can be something very little thing he is waiting. Maybe in that turn he is expecting you to turn is to turn from that evil, is to turn from that too much of sleeping, is to turn from that laziness, is to turn. If you can turn from it, then you will hear his voice. He will call you, he will call you, he will call you. If you can turn, there are many things he has been putting in your heart. And he said, can you turn from this thing? Can you turn from this thing? All you need is just turn from it. If you can turn from it, I assure you, you will hear his voice. You will hear his voice. Because those things that he did have God and you hear it. Immediately Moses turned. And the Lord confirmed it. Are you there? And God confirmed it that he has actually turned. That was when he called him and said, Moses. And assignment was given to him. He became the most relevant man. If he had not turned, he will never have earned the title of the weakest man on earth. God will not have even known him. The earth will never know him. And God will raise another deliverer for the children of Israel. In your family, you are the one God is waiting so that you can turn. In that business, all God is waiting is, can you just turn? In that work, what is waiting, can you turn? There are some change that was happening in your life, but you said it was, you refuse. You refuse. For some, your turning can be, God said, can you be doing 1 hour prayer every day? That's just your turning. If only you can turn and start doing 1 hour prayer every day, then yeah, the voice of the Lord will say, this is the path. Walk through this path. And that path is what will lead you to your destiny. That path will lead you to where you have been longing for. All you need is to turn. Somebody say turn. Say turn aside. Say turn aside. That was what Moses did. He didn't know that what God was waiting for, sir, is for him to what? Turn aside. God will not tell you. He has placed it in your heart. He will not tell you. As you are standing, he will not say, can you shift like this? If you shift like this, bless you. Because the reason he will not tell you is because many times he has laid it in your heart. You know it. So he will just keep quiet, and all he's waiting for is, I want him to just shift. If he can shift, if he can turn aside, this trouble will be over. For some, if you can change from that little bad character, this year's camp will bring you multiple blessings and favor. If you can turn, because we are going to the mountain of the Lord. The camp is the mountain of the Lord, and we are going for a serious encounter. And all God wants you to do is to turn. Don't carry that bad behavior to that place, because it will not allow you to turn. Don't carry this stubbornness. It will not allow you to turn. Go there. So you will be able to turn, and when you turn, you will hear. He will call you, my daughter. Come, my son, come. Let me show you the things you want to have seen 20 years ago. Because if you have seen that thing 20 years ago, your life would have been better today. Say, come. I saw something many years ago that brought me to the level. Oh, you think I don't have opportunity to flex? Hallelujah. Is there another opportunity to flex? I have seen many opportunities, but me, I have turned. And the Bible says, anyone who has put his hand in the blood and look back is no longer what? Fit for the kingdom. Me, I put my hand, because when I turn aside, I dip my hand into the blood. And now it is impossible to go back again. It's impossible. It's too late. I know why I'm here. And I can tell you, because when I turned aside, I heard him spoke to me. Yes, back. And that's what he told what has kept me up till today. So even when you say, oh, see how you're like this, I don't bother because I have seen them tomorrow. Why? Because I turned and I heard, and he said to me, son, have you seen what I have for you ahead? Make sure you don't leave this path. I said, yes, sir. Even if I have to die with this path, let me die here. Because I have seen, it was when I turned, I had it, and he showed me. You will need to turn. You will need to turn so that you can see it. Oh, can we rise on our feet? Let's rise. Oh, let's rise. Let's rise. Let's rise. You will need to turn. Pray like a madman. After you are done, you will come back the same way you went. Because you refuse to what? You turn aside. Moses took his destiny in his hand. He turned aside. And the Bible says, and when? This is when you get to sit down with that scripture. Sit down with that scripture. Look at it thoroughly. And when the Lord saw that he turned aside, so they were waiting for him to turn. Brother, they are waiting for you to turn. Sister, they are waiting for you to turn aside. When will you turn aside? You have refused to turn. That is why you come here with everything. You come with different type of prayer points. You have refused to turn. Somebody asked me, Pastor, is still not Pastor here? I went to visit him when I was in Delta. To pray for me. I don't know if you know Pastor John. Is it John Mark? God's delight. He's a they call the church free indeed. He's a one of the great God is using. He's a genuine man of God. I know. They are doing it. His church is not far from where I was doing at the room. What I need, if I tell you some of my prayer points, you will think I'm not normal. Before God, I'm standing on those altar before God. I cannot remember the last time I prayed and said, Lord, give me money. Sincerely. Because it's not my prayer point. I know the scripture. Seek ye first. Turn aside and see first. Every other thing will be added to you. Moses turned aside, and from a normal shepherd, flock keeper, he became the leader of the great multitude called Israelites. In the history of Israel, you can never mention anybody that mentioned first the man called Moses, one of the great prophets in the land of Israel. You can't, because he turned one simple step was what changed his life, and he turned aside. I beg you in the name of God, please can you make up your mind to turn aside? This year's theme of the camp is sound the alarm. Sound the alarm. It is time for everybody to buckle up. It is time to tighten up your belt. It is time. It is time to make up your mind and turn aside. Can you pray? Can you pray, Lord? You may not need to shout for this prayer. Lord, I am ready to turn aside. Can you help me? Can you help me, Lord? I am ready to turn aside.